championship contenders to just a playoff team.
Cheeks against Rose. Cheeks no good.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of hits.
Here's Griffin. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot, no shoots it. One on Pippen. The Cavaliers shoot their first free throws of the game right now.
They shot 75% from the line last season.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Garbage Man. Butler comes in for Pippen. Then Gordon's checked in for Jordan. And it's Heinrich in for Rose. Here's Irving after the made shot from Joakim Noah. Picked by Griffin. Irving against Heinrich. Irving kicks to Doherty. LeBron outside. Down low. Out to Price. From deep. And another miss by Cleveland.
No denying injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Heinrich against Irving. Right side Griffin. Stolen by Noah. Here's Butler.
Come on, I did not want to do that. I wanted to control LeBron. Now he's coming back. Come on.
And how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Doherty. Once again,
fuck you, Doherty. Why you miss? Why you miss?
For the Cavs last season, their
toughest test would be in the finals. I don't understand. He just, they like literally coming back because he got Kyrie missing every shot.
And surely they'll want to return
there. See, that's what took him out the lineup. I knew he would do some shit. Fuck up shit.
Outside Irving.
You got to make that.
The 18-footer is wide on the mark.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles.
Nice
He's just left the defender on the ground.
That is a highlight and a half, guys, or a highlight plus. Anytime you shake a guy out of his shoes like that, it's going to make the rounds for sure.
I'm going to put him back in.
And Cavs head coach David Bland beginning his NBA career after a long...
There's just a lot more practice.
And Bland, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. There's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense. And it's quality shots they're getting.
Jordan is out there with Rose. Then there's Noah. And it's Garbage Man. And it's Pippen in at the small forward. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Cheeks against Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Here's Garrett, and it's blocked.
Damn!
Rob. Cheeks the pass to Augustus.
You better do this.
Here's Garrett. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Cavaliers?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with
no M1. Yeah, let's
one
go.
thing,
No
Clark, I've
M1.
noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Out to Miller, to the inside. Gordon dishes to Garrett. Miller, the pass to Garrett. Chicago grabs the miss.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were preparing for
Damn.
well. They played their rookies but added a lot of
Pass it around, pass it around, pass it around, pass it around,
to that
pass it
roster.
around.
And that is a major
That's a
lead
fucking blocking
right
foul.
there.
Come on,
In a
2K.
tight
You
contest
can't
like
do
this,
that.
Drake, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly
That's it.
right.
Now y'all
So
play
often
well.
when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the
So
whole
he
squad.
And he gets it to go. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls, Clark, had playoff experience prior to their postseason
Man,
run
he
a
got
season
mocked
ago.
up.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of
Damn,
experience. I mean,
man,
having
this is
Gasol,
all they do
two-time
is
champion in the locker
what
room,
they doing is just following
just
and
having almost
stealing
a
the
dozen
ball.
guys who understand the intensity and the details that
That's why they
playoff
nail
basketball
the game just following.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. James comes in for Miller. Chicago with the ball. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. The drive by Jordan, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Here's Cheeks. 6 points for
They're
him.
supposed to
It's
be
a
an
pick by
actual
Augustus.
matchup,
Rose against Cheeks. It's stolen by Rose.
but They down 50. They down 50. You know, Scotty.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
The solo LeBron.
James throws it down.
Beautiful
How about the
D.
sharp steal
Beautiful
and then
hustle,
run out?
Tristan.
It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away.
They good.
Maybe that'll be a
They good,
springboard
Tristan.
for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play.
Come on. Why you had to come out
With
now?
a two-hander on that
That
slam,
was
that's where the weight
actually he
room
did
comes
good
into
on
play,
it.
Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
That was
I
really
think
nice.
he's sensing that this is a critical time.
But I need my starter.
Chicago
Man,
making
I
some
got something
changes.
started.
Rodman, he's checked in for Noah. Jimmy Butler comes in for Pippen. And Gordon subbed in for Michael Jordan. And Cleveland also making a change. Mozgov's checked in. James kicks to Thompson. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Back to Rose. There's a good screen.
See, look at that. Stop playing.
Butler on the wing. 6 to shoot. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Cheeks' shot is good.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Pass to Gordon. Butler from outside. They grab their own miss. Here's Rose. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one.
You
Blowing
did
the
good,
whistle and a
Boswell.
lot of contact.
Also,
there.
you did good.
And
You
really,
did
the
good.
defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. You're much better off
I'm
making him go to the line.
And there was a question
Except for
of
Curry
whether or not
Jr.
Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Cheeks the pass to Mozgov. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Rose goes in, off target at the rim.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task.
Let's
Stopping
go.
that fella when he's
And
headed
that
to
ain't
the bucket
come.
like
That
that.
ain't
Good
come.
job.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Let's go. It was
Away
it. Let's
to the
go.
officials
Let's
from
go,
the replay
2K.
center in
Let's go,
Secaucus.
2K.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 4. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the locker room, starting out on a 10-2 run. They did not slow down much, as by the end of the quarter they were still up 11. They battled hard in the second quarter and were able to end up with a 4-point lead, all said and done at the end of the first half. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better. No one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away
We can
from
stay
them.
on Jordan.
And
That's
that'll
the
wrap
reason they
up
still
our
in this game,
halftime show.
because
The
D-Rose
third
and
quarter
Jordan.
set
Scotty
to
just
go
sit
moments
just in
from
the paint
now.
wide
We'll
open.
be
By
right
Jordan,
back here after the
D-Rose
game.
just hogging the ball. So I don't want.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Nice game. Great performance from Mr. Perfect.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities, and also did a great job of converting with the chances.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I agree with you, Greg.
That's the only one who was
Judicious
actually keeping
shot
him in the game
selection.
is Jordan.
All of his looks were good looks.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball.
See, this guy is dominant.
On the court for Cleveland,
He's dominant.
LeBron James is out there with the
He's the
captain.
most dominant player
And it's
out there.
Cheeks. And there's Gordon. And it's Griffin in at the center position. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I
He's the
like
most
this
dominant
call
player
because
out there.
you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And that one's good. Griffin's got 6 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat. And listen, Cleveland were the favorites to win the Central Division last season. High expectations given they finished third in the Central in 2014. But that's just what adding LeBron can do for a team. You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Bulls trail by 4. The pass to Gilmore. Yes, it's Rose with the assist that time. Garbage Man's got his second basket of the night. Cleveland did win the Central, as you alluded to, won 11 in-division games against what was a very tough division.
No easy opponents in that Central Division last year. 3 teams in the playoffs, and 1 was knocking on the door. The Cavs did what they needed to do to bring home the banner.
And we always talk about making your teammates better. That assist was right on target.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Right side, Pippen. To the inside. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Gilmore. Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-hand shots to fall. 80% since the
that's
break.
supposed to be a pass.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade. That got them going, I think.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Heinrich comes in for Derrick Rose. From the line.
He just got Jordan. He just got Jordan.
Cheeks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is why I love this game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Bulls trail by 4.
And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Outside Irving, sinks the triple. Irving's got 5 now.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Jordan kicks it to Noah. Misses the wing J.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they...
Damn. I forgot. My controller is it was low.
Played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Not as good in the Cavaliers lead. Got down to just 3 in the basket from Scottie Pippen.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Garbage man comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Butler in for Pippen. Mark Price, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And a wide open look for Jordan. And they're unable to get the time basket there. And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas. I mean, so coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA. This guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
You can see the leadership qualities on display right there, guys.
You know, he's their coach on the floor. There's no doubt about that. A great communicator, a great teammate, and as you mentioned, Kevin, a tremendous leader.
Ben Gordon's checked in for Michael Jordan. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Doherty, he's checked in for Fresh.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Heinrich with it. Guarded now by Irving. The shot by Heinrich no good. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Irving dishes to Doherty. Price the pass to Garrett. Cleveland moving the ball around. LeBron can't get it to go. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the middle. Here's Gilmore. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Gordon kicks to Butler. For the lead. And that's not going to go. And the game still closely contested. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Pippen is out there with Rodman. And it's Gilmore in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Michael Jordan, he's checked in for Chicago. Goes up off the inbound, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Picked by Griffin. Outside Gordon. No good on the triple.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Jordan against Cheeks. The drive by Jordan, and it's thrown down hard with both hands. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Rodman sets a screen. Here's Rose. And Griffin sends it back. Here's Cheeks. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's 15 points for Mr. Perfect. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Cavaliers?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Garrett at the elbow. On the wing, James. Another three for Cleveland.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And Griffin sends it back. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break for the finish.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Gordon against Jordan. Here's Cheeks. 4 on the clock. Gordon kicks to Griffin. Shoots. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim. Bulls trail by 6. Pippen dishes to Jordan. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 3 rebounds now in this one. With the shot. Cheeks no good. Bulls have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And stolen by Gordon. Pushing it up. And Griffin slams it in.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gordon, and down it goes. jamming that one home. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're losing by 10. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. We've got 1:28 left in the game. Pippen can't hit. Good. 12 points for Garbage Man.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. He kicks it to Jordan. And there's the call on James. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Rose. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific.
I know what they call it.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's James, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Here's Cheeks. Another three for Cleveland. Cheeks. So it's Chicago now. They trail by 11. Rodman passes to Pippen.
Yo.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys. Wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year, and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers. That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
Gordon kicks to LeBron. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
And so it's taking care of it.
It was up, Dave. It was up, Wilson.
A solid win.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan Player of the Game.
There was nothing Greg could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.